Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name, as always, is Bloodstained Wings, and happy Pride Month! For this Pride, I decided to do the cabin painting that we did 2 months ago, but add a rainbow. As you can see here, we did a lovely summertime version of the dusty like cabin in the lake kind of area with misty hills. Listen, I don't know what I called the last one, okay? But we're doing a summertime version of it with a rainbow because I like rainbows and it's Pride Month, so why not? So without further ado, let's paint. Do you want to paint along? If you want to paint along, grab literally every color. I used every color, like all of the colors. I used sap green, viridian hue, phthalo blue, Prussian blue. I didn't use cadmium red. I used alizarin crimson, and I used burnt umber and titanium white. Those are all the colors I use. So if you want to paint along, please feel free to bring all of those out, as well as your palette knives and your brushes. You're going to have a good time. Hello! It has been a while since I have painted something for the YouTube, so thank you so much for waiting. I know that it's not going to be seeming like that for you guys, but it was winter last time I was painting, and I just got so busy with life that I haven't been able to paint anything since. I'm hoping to be able to paint more than one thing today, so we shall see how we go. Now, as you saw in the intro, we are going to be repainting the cabin painting that we painted not last month, but the one before. This painting, and I have it available for reference for me to look at, but I'm hoping to make it a little more, shall we say, pride-oriented, as it is June when this video is going live, and therefore it is Pride Month. Happy Pride to my fellow Pride individuals. We're going to start with just some white. But yes, please feel free if you would like to share the alphabet soup that you are part of. If you are, I'm the bacon in the bacon lettuce guacamole sandwich with tomato. whatever you want to have as your letter representation, please feel free. I am loving and accepting of all of the letters. And thank you if you are a supporter or a person of the letters. Thank you for being that. Thank you for supporting that. Much appreciated. All right, so we have our primed layer of white down, and now I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy where I think I'm gonna start with a purple sky and then add like crazy pink shenanigans. That's my plan. I don't know if that's how it turned out, because I mean, obviously you guys are gonna know because you've seen it all, but I haven't, so we're gonna see how this goes. All right, I'm making a purple right now. It is an intense purple. Do I want this intense purple? Maybe I want to tone it down maybe with a little brown, just to like maybe soften it a little, maybe less aggressively everything. It'll be less anyways by the time it gets on the canvas, but because of the white, because we start with the white. So okay, keeping in mind, maybe I should start with the like purple hills, the same way we had the purple hills before. Nah, starting with the sky. Start with the sky. That's the important part. All right, here we go. Aggressively purple sky. Aggressively purple sky. We're just gonna get that right on there. Heck yeah, it's gonna start mixing with the white and picking up the white that we already have on the canvas, which is not a lot. Admittedly, not a lot of white, but that's okay. And then we're gonna add like aggressive pink clouds, and then the rest of the painting eventually. But that's our plan, is to just start with the purple, you know? Get that right in. There we go. It's not exactly even on both sides. Not that it needs to be, because it's a sky. It can be as uneven as it wants to be, really. Okay, I'm gonna use the big brush, and I'm gonna try to blend this. It is not, do I not have enough goop on here? Let's get some more goop. Let's get some more goop. See if the goop is gonna help. And perchance, my canvas is extra thirsty today, and it just needed a little extra time to saturate with the goop. Who knows? We're trying to get like a sky kind of ombre effect. There's like a weird white spot over here. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll try to fill that in with some pink. But yeah, there we go. That's not looking too bad. That's not looking too bad. All right, let's get some pink going in this sky, because why not, right? Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna grab the alizarin crimson. I'm gonna straight mix it with some white. So I've got alizarin crimson and white with a little bit of the purple still on this brush. Not gonna lie, it's definitely still on there. And we're just gonna kind of make some like some aggressive pink circles. And then I'm gonna blend those out. And we're gonna see about how that looks and if we like it. And if we don't, then, which I already don't, that's okay. That's okay. I like the combination of the purple and the pink. I just don't like how it like laid down with that brush. So I think what I'm gonna do is change brushes. And I'm gonna use this brush right here. And I'm gonna grab some just straight up white. Now that I've got that pink on there, if I grab some white and I make some like fluffy cloud situations happen, I think that it'll make more sense. I think things will start making more sense. So I'm gonna blend the bottom out as we do with clouds. Just blend out the bottom and then fluff up the tops. Oh, that looks great. Okay, excellent. We've brought this painting back from the abyss. That's good. All right, let's add another fluffy cloud. Fluffy. It's so fluffy. Right about there. Just like tiny little circle shapes. Kind of make a cloud. Clouds are made up of tiny little circle shapes. I don't know if you guys knew that. From watching me paint a bajillion clouds. That's what clouds are made out of. And then we just fluff the top very gently. That's better. Yes. See? Alright, good. And now I'm going to do another one right here. It needs to be brighter than the one that's on top of. There we go. And I'm going to do another one on the other side, I think. Starting right there. There we go. We needed some cloud action through here. Just to exist. So now I'm just floofing at the bottom. This is also really helping to make the weird sky that I accidentally made happen, to help it make more sense, because when the clouds are doing weird things, then, you know, it all makes sense. Also, the white is just helping to blend everything together, which is really nice. And we flew to the top of the clouds. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of weird things happening where you can be like, look, it looks like this thing in these clouds, which is great. That's what we want. Like, I think this looks like a butt. And that's perfect. You want things like that to just happen in your painting, for butts to happen. There we go. Okay, so we got ourselves our background, which is nice. And now we are going to add a rainbow. This is my plan. This is my plan. I want to add a rainbow. I am allowed to add a rainbow. Now, I did have an idea where it was going to be like straight up and like ridiculous. And now that I'm looking at this, I kind of wanted to just connect these two clouds here. So I want it to be like this, like that. I think that looks really cute. So we've got yellow and orange kind of already, which is nice because yellow is super soft and that pink is making it look orange already. Yellow is not super strong. So now I'm going right into some of the sap greens. This is sap green. And I'm just adding the sap green right below the yellow. Whee. And of course, it is also picking up the pink in the background, which is making it kind of weird looking. And that's all right. I'm going to use a bigger brush to just kind of blend these together really gently. So I don't want to lose the yellow, but I don't want this to be more blended. There we go. Okay, we've got our yellow, we've got our green, we've got our red-ish happening. Now we need blue. All I've got is Prussian blue. I probably should use not Prussian blue. I should probably use phthalo blue, but I'm going to use Prussian blue. Why? I have no earthly idea, but let's just run with the crazy that's going on in my head right now. We're going with it. This is Prussian blue mixed with white so that it's not so super dark. Excellent. Blue. Love it. I'm here for that. I'm here for that blue. All right, here we go with the blending. There we go. Again, nice transition from the yellow through to the blue. Yeah, all right, and then we just need a kiss of purple, which we already have on the canvas, but I'm gonna add back in, hopefully. To like kind of make it full circle. I'm just gonna clean the brush I was blending with because it's got like yellows on it and I don't want to make brown. So there we go. And there it is, our beautiful rainbow. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. It's so like very much it front and center, like boom, rainbow, and I love that. I love that for us right now. I also love the like kiss of pink that's in the middle with the purple on the outsides. That is just beautiful for me. I love that. I'm gonna kind of carry that pink right down into the middle here, just to really reinforce that it exists in the middle. And also to cut off the bottom of this cloud, because down here there's actually water on my cabin painting, and then there's hills, so we have to have that little bit of water there. So I'm going to clean my palette knife, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of white and a little bit of goop, a little bit of goop, a little bit of white. And I'm just going to highlight a little bit, as if there was like, yeah, a little something going on. Palette knife, man. You guys, you listen, if you don't use your palette knife in your paintings, get yourself a palette knife. Use your palette knives. That was like the easiest thing ever. Do you see how long I spent on the rainbow and then this just, it happened? Palette knives, freaking genius. Love that. Okay, so anyways, now that I'm done raving about a palette knife, I'm gonna go back into the purple and I'm gonna add back in our lovely hills that we had. So we had this hill comes like way up here and is like, hello, I'm a hill. And then it comes down like this, and then it comes up to like over here. I really laid that water exactly where I wanted it to stop, apparently. Let's have this come up just a little bit more. Okay. We've got our distant hill. Distant hill. Beautiful. I'm going to blend that down just to give us a little bit of fog at the bottom here. And I'm gonna actually switch to like a purpley green in the next one, and we're just gonna get progressively more green as we get to the foreground, just like we did in the other one, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I wanted to start with this like pinky purple because I thought it would make the rainbow really pop. So that's what I did. That being said, I already don't like this and think it should have been green, but I'm scared to do the green because I'm scared of how that will look. So what I'm gonna do is on a different brush, on the side of my canvas here, where it's like you can't really see anything, I'm gonna grab some of the green on this brush that had the other thing, and I'm just gonna see what that would look like if I did that on top. I like it. Okay, good. See, this is why you test things. I never do, but you know, this is why people do. This is why other people do things. Look at me learning. Okay, I'm gonna add the green over top of this one, as if there's like a green highlight, I think, or something over top of the purple. Kind of ran out of paint there at the end. Because I want this to be like summer hills, you know? Not spring, not fall, definitely summer. So I'm trying to go for like a summer vibe. There we go. Just a little more summery to kind of, and then we'll just dab out the bottoms again. Still make it misty. You can still have misty days in the summer, you know? Especially on the coast like this. Definitely misty days out here. And I think the purple still works for the mist. So I'm not anti the purple mist. I think that still works. But then the next hill that we get can be like a lot more green. And I think it'll work. I think it'll work really well. Which is good, because we're about to do that. I'm going to kind of clean this brush up a little bit, not like a lot, but a little bit. And then I can grab a lot more of the sap green. There we go. Maybe even a smidgen of the blue, just to like really like, yes, okay, here we go. With our second row, that is like pretty much straight across. Okay, excellent. This hill comes in like this, and then just goes up a little bit over here. And then it's pretty much down here. Remember, I am doing a like summer version of a painting that I've already done, so I am trying to keep in mind what that other painting has, what that other painting has done, and that's the vibe of that other painting, just in a different time period of the year. This is going to be very different in the winter, and I can't wait to do that one. But it's got that summertime something. See, now it's like very green over here, which is what we want. I was gonna say that Summertime Sadness song, but like I hope this is not sad. I hope this is like bright and inviting. Okay, so we've got the another round and then the cabin. Okay. The next round has got to be like more dark blue in with that green. I want this to be more of like an emeraldy green. All right, and this one's like pretty dang close up here. There we go. And again, it only does a little hump over here. A little hump. and comes down pretty quickly over here. It is obviously a little bit different than the other painting, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Just going to, I don't need to, because now we're like on the level. This is on the level. This is like the rest of the painting, I think. Something like that. But we're ready to paint the cabin. The cabin. All right. I'm going to mix some of this purple into the brown. And it's going to give us like a really interesting kind of color. Okay. Okay, we're like here. Here, here, here. 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 I did it. I committed. Here's where the cabin is. Okay, so there's our front, and then it goes like down like that. And there's our little side. And there's our little eaves, and there's our other eaves over there, and then it comes straight down, and then it comes straight down. Okay. Okay, we got a cabin. That's good. Now we need to have like a lighter color on our cabin that is like indicating the ways that the cabin goes. Like that, and like that, and then I'm just gonna have like a little for the side of the cabin. There's also gonna be like a chimney here-ish. We haven't done that yet. Okay, this part of the cabin is this way, very gently. You can barely even see it. There we go. Redo our little roof line here. Boop. Boop. Alright, and then come in and do the horizontal ones. Our cabin's leaning a bit, that's okay. This one. There we go, okay. And we got like our other, to add our post. Post! And another post. And then we gotta add our little chimney. And I'm gonna make it red. I'm gonna make it just a little bit more red than it would be otherwise. And you know what? I'm not gonna use this brush. This brush. It's not a brush, it's a palette knife. I'm not gonna use that palette knife. I'm gonna use the big palette knife. Okay, and I've got like a bricky kind of color. And that is right about here. There we go. Little brick action, and then I'm going to grab a little white. I'm just going to really gently, right across there. It was too gentle, and I lost all of my, or not gentle enough rather, and I lost all of my lovely everything. So we're just going to put it back, and then we're going to take these broken wings and learn to fly away from here. Now I'm just gonna rebuild our little, there we go. It just needs a little extra, you know, some lines to be like, this is bricks, you know? There, we got some suggestion of brick, which is good. There's also a really dark door and portal. So we're going to mix some of the Prussian blue in with some of the burnt umber that I have here. It's going to give us basically black. Prussian blue is basically black when it's in its purest form. Alright, we've got a little window circle here. Needs more Prussian blue. There we go. See? Maybe. You might not be able to, but... There we go. And then there's a door right there. There we go. I think there's another window. There is. There's another window right over here. There we go. Try to window that. Go in this one so it's nice and windy. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, and now we can add some like trees and some crazy things are happening, and there's like a little pathway that comes out from that and ducks over this way, and then there's like some more trees, and there's trees. Okay, great. So if we're at the tree part, then I can start playing around with trees. I like painting trees. Let's paint some trees. All right. This part here I used to fix this side of the door because I'm a genius. And I was like, I don't know how to fix this. Draw a tree there. I agree. Still, with myself saying that. And here's where everything goes off book because I don't know how to repaint trees exactly the way I had them previously. So, welcome to my tree land, in which I make trees however I want. Because I feel like making the tree this way this time. Do you guys ever just break into song? Is that just me? This is something I realized a lot. I break out into song like more than a regular person does that I work with. And so I feel like this might just be a me thing to break out into song. But then my friends online sometimes will also randomly break into song and make me think, yeah, other people do this, right? So please let me know in the comments below. Are you also one of the people who randomly breaks out into song? Or are you like the people I work with who are like, stop singing. What are you even singing? You don't even like that song. I just wonder, you know, if you're one or the other. All right, what color leaves do we want on our trees? I think we want green. I'm gonna get some of this like really nice emeraldy green that we had, and I'm gonna just make everything go away. It needs to be much darker is what needs to happen. So basically I'm gonna make blue leaves apparently. There we go. It just needs to stand out on top of the trees that are in the background, or not the trees, the hills in the background. Because the hills are alive with the sound of music. Okay, I'm gonna use this color with some yellow ochre and some regular yellow that's like lemon yellow. I'm going to use this to highlight this tree so that it's all beautifully highlighted. Oh yeah, oh that looks great. Heck yeah. So we've got our tree there. That's good. We have like another tree and a bunch more hills and everything to go. So let me grab more colors for the grass. I'm actually just gonna grab Viridian Hue, which is this bluey green that I keep mixing. I can just use Viridian Hue. I can just save myself time. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I should grab the sap green. And then I can highlight with a little bit of sap green. Okay, let's make this feel more alive, shall we? All right, let's grab this beautiful, beautiful emerald green here. And we're just gonna come in clean our cabin's feet up. There we go. And lay in some beautiful grass for them to just walk on and enjoy. I feel like putting in a river. Can I do that in the springtime? No. The springtime was the last one that we did. Can we do that in the summertime? Just have a waterfall, have a river. I feel like having a river. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Just add a river. But I do know that's what I want to do. Look how beautifully we have set up a river. You know what I mean? It goes out to the background stuff eventually. And it wasn't there in the spring because this place gets all its water another time. Nope, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, fine. I tried to science my way out of it. Did not make sense. Goodbye, river. It was nice knowing you while you were there. You lived a beautiful and full life. There we go. All right. So, I know that we have a path going from our house, so let's go ahead and add that back in. How does our path go? It just goes like that. And that's so that they can get to their house. You gotta be able to get to your house. You can't just not get to your house, right? Like, obviously they walk around their house and stuff, so that makes sense. All right, we now have a path. Good. Now we need like life on these hills. These hills are very dead right now. So let's get on this large brush. Yup. Some of these yellows. Oh yeah. And then some of the sap green. A little bit of this white. Yeah, let's just get like a whole bunch of colors on my brush here. And we're just gonna kind of highlight some hills with some very alive grass. Get some more yellow. Get some more green. Need some more white and some more yellow. Definitely not enough yellow, so that's a thing. All right, there we go. See? Much better. Get a little bit more of the yellow ochre, maybe a bit more of the white. It's a little weirder of a color, a little different color. That's the idea, is just vary these colors so that you end up having some variability in your bushes and things look cool. That's the idea, you want them to look cool and alive. There, it's very distant, so that part is very faded. Okay, great, so we got that part done. The next part is to do the giant tree, which is my favorite part. Okay, so let's, oh geez, I really need to think about how big this tree is and where this tree is located. It's located right here, like a big boy. All right, for anybody who is painting along, this is your bravery test. Don't know if you wanted a bravery test or not, but you got it. How does this tree go? Let me just reference my art here. Right there. So I can really see where this goes, because the tree shouldn't change that much year to year. Okay, so this goes up here. like so. Okay, we've got a tree laid in place. We just need to thicken her up and make her look good. I don't want to interrupt this rainbow though, like at all, because I freaking love it. So we're gonna try really hard to not mess up that rainbow. There we go. There we go. See, she just needs to be a little bit bigger. All right, and then she has a little friend coming off here, like so. Good. Enough. And then she's got a little friend right over here doing some cool stuff. Ooh, I'm running out of brown. I'm really running out. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. She wiggles a bit. She's got a nice wiggle to her. All right. So that's the main bit down. Now we need to highlight those trees. And I am out of white, so we need some more white. There we go. All right. These are supposed to be birch trees, so trying to keep in mind where our sunlight is, and it is where we are standing, technically. All right. To do this, by the way, I'm just using a very slight sweeping motion with my palette knife, and my roll of paint is, of course, just a little roll of paint on the other. See that white little roll of paint? That's what I'm working with. Just to get that. And then as I go, it picks up the brown. So you can see now there's a little bit of brown on the end as opposed to just white. So then I just wipe that off and grab a little more white to do this tree down here. And again, just little curved motions as I go to just kind of suggest that it is, in fact, a beautiful tree. A birch tree at that. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit more brown. Nah, I think I should be fine. I'll be fine. And we're gonna try to recreate our lovely tree limbs that we have on our other painting. So here we go. This guy here, he's got a brand new roller skates. Like that. There we go. All right, and then he's got a friend up here who's like, hello, I'm a friend. This is not an exact science. So if you compare these, this is obviously going to be different than the other one, but there's also going to be more leaves on this part, so you kind of won't see as much. That's why it was really important that I got this one right, but the rest of them I'm like, nope, it's okay. They just need to start approximately in the same place and do approximately the same things. Other than that, it's pretty okay if it's not perfect. Yeah, that'll do her. It's also okay if it changes a little anyways, because trees grow, they're alive. So, you know, you never know what tree has done what through the years. I'm also not the best painter in the world, so I can't perfectly replicate anything at all. I'm not a replicator. I'm sadly not in the Stargate universe. Sadly. What's everybody's favorite star show? You know what I mean? Are you guys Wars? It does have the best soundtrack. Star Wars is what I'm talking about, and it has the best soundtrack out of all of these Star kind of shows. Star Wars wins for that. It's not like you can sit up and be like, da-la-da, da-la-da, and then people are like, oh, I don't know what show that is. And you're like, it's Star Wars. And they're like, oh, I get it. I hear it. Like, yeah, exactly. Or like, da, 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 da. Right, you're like, oh yeah, that's Star Wars right there. Although, that also sounds like one of the Legend of Zelda songs, because I could have gone into a Legend of Zelda song right there. So really, it's Hyrule Castle starts off very similar to that. That being said, I do also think Legend of Zelda has a great soundtrack, so really, we're just still reinforcing the fact that it's got a great soundtrack. Whereas like Dune has a terrible soundtrack, but by far the best plot in my opinion. I'm really just avoiding this rainbow right now, just completely avoiding it. My tree branch is supposed to go right over that, and I am refusing. I'm like, nope, don't think so. You're going elsewhere. Because I said so. Alright, same with this guy. He's going up here. Hippie. I will say that I've seen a lot of YouTubers do the like, let's do a Bob Ross challenge and we're just gonna do a painting. And then they come back later and they're like, okay, everyone says I used the wrong products, so now I've got like all the right products, and then they still don't have the liquid white. And you're like, you guys really don't get that the liquid white is like the key to making this work. If you don't start with the liquid white, you end up with mashes of mushes, and it's just not gonna work the way that it does for Bob Ross. So please, if you're going to do this, do not skip the thing that I do at the beginning of the video, which is start with liquid white. It is very important to start with the goop or the liquid white or whatever it is that your medium that you are starting with. Please start with that. It's very important to start with that. I feel like not enough of the not enough of the YouTubers that do the Bob Ross challenges are aware of that. And I don't know how much influence this video is going to have on that, but I feel like it's really important that people know that the liquid white is the key rather to making this whole process work. If you don't have that, it's not going to work. You're going to end up with a muddy mess. And that is what they always end up with, is a muddy mess. And people are always like, haha, they can't paint. And I'm like, no, it's not because they can't paint. It's because they're not using the right product. You need the medium. Whatever medium it is you're going to use, you need it. Regardless of which medium it is you use, because I use the Neo Maglip because I find it maintains a more thicker consistency, which helps me personally to get the looks that I'm going for, especially with mountains. I find that it's much easier to get mountains to do what I want them to do with Neo Maglip than it is with the liquid white. The liquid white is just too liquidy. It's got a mind of its own, that's for sure. But you definitely need it. Like, you can't skip that. Please don't skip that. Okay. This presentation was brought to you by me. Just me, alone, myself. Okay, great. Okay, so I've got dark green on this brush here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add some leafy green shapes to my tree branch over here. And just come right across, go over here, because now our tree is like full. It is full of life. So we're just gonna, yeah, add some leafy greens, really trying to avoid that rainbow right through there. Just really avoiding it as much as I can. Really dodge it. There we go. Yeah, there. That looks good. Sticking out the back of his neck there. Now he needs a name. How about Trogdor to Burninator? I am quoting something. That's fine. No one cares. I'm quoting Strong Bad. Again, I really like this, so I'm gonna just kind of not paint the top part. So if those branches died, those branches died. That is dead branches. Deal with it. Yep. All right, and then these branches are still alive over here. Just chilling over top of that guy right there. Yeah, and then those guys down there, they're dead. They're dead. Just across there. Just really want this to give the impression that things are happening with it. Okay, so now we've got our yellow on this brush here with some whites and some yellows and a little bit of goop so that it's nice and thin. Do not want this to be a solid color. I want this to just stick. I'm going to practice on the side here, see how we're looking. It's not looking good, so we're going to get a little bit more goop. I'm going to test again. It's a little better, but it's not doing what I want it to do. What if we went the other way? Let's go the other way. All right, let's get a little more yellow ochre. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Yes. All right, I'm gonna get a little green. I'm gonna go a little green with this guy now. And just highlight some of these with a little bit of green. You can do that. You can vary these things per branch as you want to. I'm gonna go back to the yellows. That's what we're looking for. See that? That's what we wanted. You want to keep in mind like the shapes that trees make, because they make shapes. They're like little crescents. See? Little crescents. There. So now we have our beautiful happy tree. Living large, living life. We got our tiny cabin with its tiny trees, which are slightly darker than these guys that are more out front here, which is exactly what we were going for. We got a little path going to our cabin. We have our lovely rainbow in the sky that is perfectly framed by a beautiful tree. I am loving everything about this. I hope you guys did too, because this was lots of fun. This was literally loads of fun, and I'm so glad that I took the time today to do this painting. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I will be switching over to a view of the painting very shortly. I want to say a quick thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting me on this channel and everyone who's supporting me on Patreon as well as on Twitch. I really appreciate you guys believing me and supporting me. If you are part of the LGBT and you need help, please reach out to get some help. There's lots of help out there for the LGBT, but you know, seek it if you need it, because I don't want to lose any more people in our community to anything. So if you need help, get it. And remember that you are loved, you deserve to be loved, and I'll catch you next month. Mwah!